I'm sorry I'm late. I had trouble figuring this out. And I'm also like still trying to figure out how this works on YouTube. But I'm here. Hello, welcome. Can you hear me? I guess is the first one. Hopefully. Hello, yay, welcome to Kagepro Day. Happy August 15th. Crazy.
Audio's a little crunchy.
Oh, is my audio crunchy? 1 second.
It could be me though.
It could be you. Let me know if the audio. I'm peeking. I am peeking. Okay, let me adjust this and let me adjust my mic. I feel like this has been happening more than usual, but maybe that's just me. maybe that's my life. Okay, how does this work? Somebody tell me. Other than that, how are you guys doing? Tell me about your day. I know it's hot as balls in Texas. So yeah, it's a time. And while you're telling me that, I am going to plug in and unplug this mic. Again. Okay. Maybe less crunchy? More crunchy? Less crunchy? Audio good? Audio good? Much better! That has happened twice now, and I could not say why. I see. Okay, called off work for a headache. Is the headache Kagerou Day? And you're valid. You're valid to do that. Whoever else called off work, valid. Technically, I called off work to be here, but I'm my boss, and I'm quite the stickler, so. But yes, oh my gosh, we're here. How many years has it been? Probably like, I don't want to say 10, but I also feel like it's over 10. Oh man, it's been a while. It's been a while. Gosh. Wow, it's okay, some of y'all are like on the other side of the world, and I respect that very deeply. I'm so sorry that you're awake for this. Or also, thank you for being awake for this. Oh my god. Let me do this. Oh, Clark, don't even worry. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. And no one needs to give me anything. This is me today giving back to y'all, cuz literally I'm going to get to it, but Kagerou Project literally made me. So and I can never give back enough, and I always feel bad like each year where I'm like, okay, is this gonna be the year that I actually like have something prepared? And I can say yes and no, but still /pause. We'll put /pause on the end of everything, which means /positive if you don't know. But yeah, oh my gosh, high school, I'm seeing so much. I know. Also, obviously I'm doing this as a part of DazeCon. Thank you, DazeCon, for inviting me to be a part of this. I think it's so cool that this is like all online. If anyone in the chat is not part of DazeCon and you love Kagerou Project, definitely check them out. The links are in the description. There are going to be panels all day, and I think it's so cool. I think it's it brings warmth to my heart that the community is still alive. We're still here. We're stuck in the time loop. This is it. We're actually in a time loop. You guys you haven't noticed, but I've noticed. It'll never end. It'll never end. But yes, I hope to the DazeCon attendees, your day has been going well. I'm definitely gonna pick up some art merch because I'm severely lacking in Kagepro merch, except for, and I have to Google this. I got it for Christmas when I was still in high school, and I think, was I still in high school? That might date me. I might have been in college. I believe it was one of the compilation albums. It came in this silver box. Oh my gosh. Forgotten Dreamer, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You know what? We're gonna get to that question. Actually, you know what? I'll start off with the question. But I do have a list, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in a second. But okay, I was wondering, out of all the songs, which one was the one you were just waiting to do the most? That's actually a specific question. I would say, that's tough. I think I was waiting, probably most on Children Record, because I was like, this is a lot. And I remember it came out and I was like, oh, I don't even know if I can hit those notes. And there's like so much like iconography, and I was like, I really want these lyrics to like feel like they make sense and like they're like doing callbacks. So like I definitely waited on that one for like quite a bit. But yeah, guys, we're gonna talk about it. I was a mess. I knew nothing. I knew nothing about the Kagerou Project. I was on YouTube. I was snooping around. I was like, oh, what Vocaloid songs are out? Because I'm a baby and I'm on the internet chronically. And I found the series, and I think I did 2 covers, and I was like, beep boop, beep boop. At that point, I don't exist. I have like 1,000 followers on YouTube, back when YouTube was like not owned by Google or like, anything. And I remember when Yobanashi Deceive came out, and there was like, I used to reply to every comment because I was a little bit crazy like that. And there was like 5 comments being like, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like the song, yeah. And I didn't realize I was basically like if the community was like this, like what's that monster from like Princess Mononoke? Like, not saying y'all are monsters, because now I'm a monster, but like I was assimilated. I was assimilated in, and I was like, oh, I'm here now. And then I was like, I guess I should do some research. Anyway, we'll get to that. It was a problem. I'm sure if my mom had known, she'd be like, yeah, if all the Kagepro fans jumped off a cliff, would you? And I'd be like, probably. Anyway, before I get to the questions, again, thank you guys so much for coming. I think this is gonna last for like an hour and a half. So like, I think for me it's 3:30 p.m. when it ends. But I might go over a tiny bit because that's my life and I can't stop. I can't stop myself. Bread of Bread, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. That is a really sweet message. I really, again, I don't even know how to put into words how much the community and the music has given me. So like, it is more than mutual, like so much more than mutual. So like, I'm really happy that I can be a part of this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my lord. Thank you, Water Garden 97. Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not even giving back yet, y'all. I haven't even given you anything yet. Thank you so much, Machine King 35. Thank you. Led me to, oh, thank you. Discovering Ia, Aria. Oh my gosh, Outer Science, absolutely. Banger of a song. I have a story about that one. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get to the questions because I'm like I have so many words that are coming out of me right now. And I need to like I'm focusing. Look at me. I'm focusing. So okay. And thank you Daniel for helping me with all this, collecting all the questions. Okay. So, number 1. We're going down the list. From Mary. I wonder, is that your real name or do you have snakes for hair? How did you stumble upon Kagerou Project and what was the first song you heard? Very, very good opener question. So I stumbled upon it by basically being chronically online as a high schooler. And I think this is probably similar to a lot of people, but I believe it was Heat Haze days, because that thing just exploded. Like, that song exploded onto the scene like I had never seen. Like, Kagerou days, like, I was following a lot of, like, utaites, and, like, you could tell when a song hit. And there were like 15 utaites that I followed on Nico Nico Doga that were like, this is it. This is my personality now. And, like, I remember seeing the video, like, fan subbed on YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, did she just get impaled by like 15 steel rods? And again, this was before YouTube was Google, and like, you know, there wasn't like I guess AI to tell if like there was violence in a video, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. And I remember I would listen to it in the hallways before school, and I'd be like, I'm so cool. People don't know, but I'm like really, really cool. Facts. So yeah, that was my introduction, and I don't even think I covered that song until later, because I was like, this is hard. This is hard, but I never learned my lesson, so, you know. Okay. So this next question is by VI. Do you have a favorite song from Kagepro? So this is funny because, so this year I decided I was finally going to finish watching Mikaku City Days. Or is it Mikaku City Actors? Honestly, I never remember the name of the anime. I was so disconnected from it because there was a lot that happened. But basically I was like, okay, I was gonna watch the anime this year. And we are. I live with my partner, Tater King, and so he's never seen it. He's a big Shaft fan. I had seen probably halfway through, and I swear I'm getting to the point, but I think every time a song came on, I would turn to him and be like, this is my favorite song. This is my favorite. This one's a banger. And so now I'm like, I feel like such a fake fan, because I'm like, no, this one's my favorite. This is the one. But I have to say, at least right now, I really like Additional Memory. I like it a lot. I know it's not in the anime for obvious reasons, unless it is. We haven't gotten to the last episode. But that wouldn't make sense timeline-wise. Anyway, Mikaku City Actors. I knew that one. Yeah, I like them all, but I would say that one, banger. Big banger. Hefty banger. Oh, Vive, thank you. Oh my gosh. You introduced me to Kagepro 11 years ago. Oh my goodness. After my own heart with UK yesterday. Yay! Oh my gosh. Is there a translation you wish you could change? Think about all the time. All the time. I go back to like, I think anything pre like 5 years ago, I'm like, I'm always surprised when I'm like, okay, these lyrics make more sense than I thought they made, you know, like looking back at like old cringe things you make. But I would say there are random things where I'm like, oh, I could have cleaned that up. I could have cleaned that up, or like, oh girl, you took like so much like liberty with this, and like, you know, you try to love your past self as much as you can, and like I do, but there are points where I'm like, girl, what were we on about? What were we on about? I don't know. I was just like, I was so into the series, and I was like, I want to like, I don't know. I was like, I want to leave my mark. I want to, you know, be creative in cursive, you know, creative in cursive. But yeah, I was doing a lot. But no specifics. But if I ever do go back, I do want to I might change little things, but not a ton, because I respect my past self. Dark, thank you so much. Kagepro playlist. You're my gateway. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I'm always shocked. I'm always bewildered at how kind the community had been from like the get-go, and like y'all still are. Literally, and I'm gonna probably get to this, but in case I don't, I was at Anime Boston signing stuff, and that was like, I think only a couple months ago, and there were at least 3 or 4 like people that came up to my table and were like talking about the Kagerou Project. And I've been to conventions quite a bit, and this was the first time that I had one, but not just one, it was 4 people. And it was crazy to me because I was like, oh my God, the community's not dead. Like I even like asked them, I was like, wait, are we alive, guys? Are we still here? And like, they were so nice. They invited me to, they had a cosplay photo shoot. And it was so, it was so nice. I was like, I don't even have words for it. Like, we took pictures, and like, you know, there was a girl as Momo, there was a girl as Ene, there was even surprisingly Hiyori, and I was like, oh my gosh. But everyone was so nice, and one of the girls even, because I think there was one person selling Kagepro merch in the dealer's hall, and she was like, oh my gosh, I got this, actually I have it right above my computer because I love it so much. I got this like record, this CD with Ayano on it, and like it's like it's kind of like a charm, and I was like, oh my God, that's so pretty, like where is the booth? And she was like, oh, I think this was the last one. I was like, oh, that's darn. And she was like, no, I'll give it to you. And I was like, no, this is yours. and she was like, no, I insist. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, please come with me. I will take you back to my booth, and I will give you something. I will give you so many things, because I was like, I cannot just take this from you. And so that was the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, and I still have it. It's above my computer, and shout out to that girl. You're the goat. Yeah, and it was really nice. Septum Sage, hey, hi. What you see is exactly what you're gonna get. I mean, look at me. What you see is what you're gonna get. But yeah, it was super sweet, and that was kind of what, weirdly enough, we'll get to it, but it's a weird coincidence that I was invited to this year, because boy am I back. Boy am I back down that rabbit hole. We are watching the show. I have thoughts on that we'll get to, but anyway, okay, next question from Logan. As someone who's listened to every Kagepro cover you've ever done, thank you. Thank you, literally, seriously, thank you. Which song is your favorite to cover? It's funny because I know which ones weren't, and that was basically because of me like having a nightmare. It was weird. I had weird nightmares. I would say probably Yobanashi Deceive. I gotta say it every time, because it was before I realized that I could like start and stop a recording, so I would just play the song the whole way through and record it that way, and the drum solo is so long, but every time I would be, this is like embarrassing, but I would be like sitting there on my computer like air drumming every single time, and I was like, wow, I'm really cool. So I would say, yeah, Yobanashi Deceive, very fun. I would absolutely love to do that one again, like top of my list easily. God, it's so fun to sing, literally. It's like, I don't know, for me, it gets to this point of almost screaming, and like, I enjoy that deeply. It's very fun. Also, I had a bit of a crush on Kano, like the whole time. I've always enjoyed kind of cat mouth adjacent anime boys, and I was like, anyway, pushing up my glasses. Next one. Let me read this. From Eupheme. I'm very bad at this. What are some of your favorite personal lines that you've come up with when writing trans lyrics for the Kagerou Project songs? Or any faves other folks have written you've seen? Oh, and then she put, my personal favorite of yours is from Additional Memory. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness, yes. Wait, that makes me really happy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would say, actually, funny enough, so Additional Memory was probably the second time I got pulled back into the community after like things kind of, I feel like there was a point in the community things went wayward. I feel like it was a culmination of like Tumblr, like kind of disappearing, not disappearing, but you know, like dispersing, and like, you know, like the lack of like content like actively coming out. And like when Additional Memory came out, I was actually at a convention again in Georgia, and it came out, and again, like I think a couple years removed. I hadn't done a song in a while. And that song came out, and I was like, I was enamored. I was obsessed. And like, that's why I still am like, that's my favorite song. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so fresh, but like, it's so painfully good. Like, it's like, I feel like the peak of Jin being able to like put like these extremely like heartbreaking emotions into a song, plus the visuals. I mean, the visuals are incredible. And it's so focused. Like, I know technically is featured in a lot of like the best songs. But like, this is like easily my personal favorite. I really liked probably almost exactly the ones they quoted. Yeah, the let me hug him, let me pray, my lantern spins away. Like, I gotta say, again, I was like, this was me where I was like, okay, I can't do the thing again where I just like go ham on these and like put whatever I want. But I was like, okay, but if I want to do this song the way like I want to do it, because it's like, here's like the direct translation, and then here's like the emotional translation, in my opinion. And like, I was immediate when I was like, okay, I'm gonna put a bunch of notes in the description, because I was like, if people want to like argue with this, totally fine. This was my interpretation of the song. I wanted to be able to convey the emotions most like foremost. And so I was like, I'm gonna put some crazy shit in here. And yeah, I agree. That was, we share the same favorite, I would say. Trying Trickle, oh my god. Trickle, why are you here? Go to bed. I'm kidding. Trickle, hi. Sorry, I have not been looking at the chat as much. I've been like trying to like think and like reminisce. Cause like for me, a lot of this was like, I don't even know how many years ago now. Cause I'm 30. And I think I started when I was in high school. Which is crazy. And we won't talk about that. But yeah, I'm like in full like remembering mode. Like my brain is like, it's there. But yeah, I'm like, I'm really glad y'all came today. This is really fun. I was talking last night while we were making dinner, and I was like, I'm really glad that I'm getting to do this. And like, I don't know, it feels like the Kagerou Project and the community like really like, I don't know, they came and they found me this year, and I was really happy about that. And I'm finally watching the anime for realsies with the redone scenes, and I'm having a really good time, and it's really cool. Ota, thank you. Senior citizens, yes, hello. Making Kagepro covers, yes. I saw some mutuals. I think Shui and Riguduma were doing Kagepro covers, and I was like, oh my god, we're so back. We're so back. I think Raichi sent me in the group chat, because we still have the Yunaka Tea Time group chat. She was like, happy Kagepro Day, and linked the I saw that Jin and Shidu and the other animator did a stream today, and I was like, oh my god, it was so nice to like hear them, like they still sound like they're good friends, and I was like, oh my god, we're still here, we're still here. The DAZE always returns, absolutely, oh my god. But yeah, gosh, I need to take a sip of my matcha. Okay, next one. So we've got Cable with a K. I'm gonna go with Cable here. Is it possible to put more Kagepro covers on Spotify? I was prepared for this one. I was prepared. So basically, the way I can get things on Spotify is by reproducing all the instrumentals and the vocals, and I this is the whole thing. I've been doing some quote-unquote revenge redo covers, and I've actively avoided doing the Kagepro songs because I'm like, if I do one, I need to do all of that. And so I was like, okay, if I do that, and like, I know it's such a big project, it's something I aspire to, like, deeply, because I'm like, if I could even like redo like 4 songs, I'd be so happy, you know, to like, because then I could like put them out and like have an album. I even thought of like doing like a really small Kickstarter, because I was like, if I'm gonna do this, like I want to do it really, really well and really nicely. But I think over the years, like initially I was like, well, no one would be interested in that per se, because like it's such a niche community. But like, I'm definitely considering it more now. Like after everyone came up to me at Boston, and I think seeing this convention, I'm like, I want to, I need to. So it's very possible. It is very, very possible. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I hope so. And also on top of that, it's so crazy. I feel like I hadn't heard from the Kagerou Project in so long, the community. And last year, Hebi no Ato approached me and was like, hey, do you want to like do some keychains? And I was like, oh my gosh, absolutely. And they actually, I think they still sell. I'm not sure if they still sell. Kagepro merch. And I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, wait a second, is that why I was approached? And then I was like, okay. They sent me, I think I bought a keychain, and they sent me also a Kagerou Project keychain. And so that's one of, I think, 3 pieces of merch I own, which is sad. Anyway, that's me getting so sidetracked. Okay. This one is from Lind the Nerd. What is your favorite character in the Kagerou Project and why? That's so tough. As an adult is different than my initial. And I think y'all know Kano was my initial favorite because reasons. Because I thought he was fun. But I would say I've very firmly, as an adult with a fully formed brain and all, etc. Ayano. I would say Ayano, just like character-wise, just like, I don't know. I think for me, she's always been kind of the true mascot of the series. She was the thing that technically, because Tome Answer was the thing that kind of started, like, it was the first time I was noticed on YouTube ever. And yeah, I know has to be, she has the best songs. She has the best, I think, I don't know, character, personality. I mean, obviously I'm a sucker for tragic heroines. But I think, yeah, I would want to get a beer with her when she's of age at 21. But yeah, I would want to hang out with Ayano, I think. So yeah, my beloved. Open my locket, my heart locket. Ayano, my beloved. No, literally, there's this embarrassing photo of me back when I was on Tumblr for realsies, and I had bought, because this was early. This was so early. I bought off of like Redbubble. Like, don't come after me. I was a dumb kid. And it was the only piece of Kagepro merch there ever like was available. And I think like someone linked it to me. And so I got it, and it was like them from Tome Answer. And I think I borrowed my dad's red scarf, and I like took a selfie. I was so in it, man. I was lost in the sauce. I tried to find that photo. I think it must be somewhere, but it's one of those memories where you're like both cringe but also like, aw. God, that was my life. That was everything to me. But yes, favorite character. Second favorite, Takane. That's all I'll say. Okay, next. Okay, from Marie. I struggle here. What's your favorite thing about the Kagerou Project? What did you find most confusing about the lore? Brother, sisters, non-binaries, come on. I am everything. I got so lost. I was lost. I remember, and now I can confirm, because I watched a video today about what happened to the Kagerou Project, because I was like, I need timelines, I need receipts, and it's actually quite good. You know, I'll find it and throw it in the chat. But basically, and it helps to know this, that the Kagerou Project, like, they were putting out the content so fast. I blinked and there was a light novel and manga coming out nearly the same time, apparently with different endings. And I remember sitting there going like, oh, I'm gonna sing the songs, blah, blah, blah. And I would get messages being like, do you know about the bad end route of chapter? I was like, yo. what do you mean? I was like, video games? What are, aliens? Maybe? Perhaps? Perchance? What? And then there was like pocket dimensions, and then there were snakes, and then there were witches. And I was like, I think if they had told me one of these things, I would have understood. I would have been like, okay, I accept that as fact. But there were just so many things. And it was like, bam, 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 bam. And I was like, y'all. And I think when Outer Science came out, I was like, I'm lost. I was like, I'm so lost. Cut it. Cut it. We can't. And I was like, okay. I picked up the light novel. I picked up the light novel before it was like officially English translated. And I was sitting there and I feel like they just dropped me in. And maybe I got it out of order. I probably was reading like chapter 5 because I was lost. And I was like, I'm like trying to like, I think I had like notes open. I had like the wiki. I was like cross-referencing. I was like, all of it. All of it confused me. So I am now as an adult with some free time going back, and I'm trying to get it straight. I am, like, actually. And I think I'm like halfway, more than halfway through the anime. And I was like, I was sitting there, I was explaining things to Tater King. I was like, we got this. I know this. And then like one thing happens and I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I'm gone. I'm excited because I'm like, I know there are different endings. I know like there's a lot of lore, and technically there are still things that haven't been clearly answered, and I'm fine with that. I love the vagueness of everything. But I got so confused. And that's why every once in a while I'm like, I sing the songs. I'm like, I am not prepared to give a PowerPoint presentation on what everything means all the time, but I have a good, solid basis of understanding. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of, what is it, like, moments where people would come to me with questions on Tumblr about like what things mean, and I was like, I couldn't be me. Can't ask me. I do not know. But bless their hearts for thinking I did. They thought I was smart. Nah. Also, I found the video that helped me understand the timeline. Oh, I did that. Where am I? Where are my tabs? Y'all, I'm like so lost. Oh, there's my tab. I like never keep the actual stream open, which is like, I'm not very good at streaming. Anyway, here's the video. I thought it was really well put together. And yeah, okay, back to questions. Also, oh my gosh, I never even said, do y'all like my my Coke can? I want y'all to know the Coke can lore. What a fandom moment. Like, I remember, like, I don't even, actually, how did that even start? I think it was just like Shintaro, like, in maybe 2 videos was drinking Coke. And like, that was it. That was all the fandom needed. And they're like, there it is. Like, I still don't know like what we were on about, but there was like fan art of the Coke can. We had so much time. God, yes. We'll get to the copyright hell. The video goes into that, what is confirmed, and let me just say, am I allowed to curse on this? I won't curse, but frick those frickin' freaking god dang companies. Yeah, I'll say it. Corporate greed. I said it. Corporate greed disgusts me, and Jin is fighting for custody of his children. That's my headcanon. You get those kids back. You get those kids back, Jin. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Wasn't Haruka the OG Coke drinker? See, and this is where we get confused. Who was the OG Coke drinker? We don't know. Someone do a 3-hour analysis video, please. Send it to me. God, he has a legitimate emotional connection to Coke. I love that. I mean, I do too. I used to in high school. Because there was an initiative to keep the kids from drinking too much sugar, they would close the soda machines during the day, but right when the bell rang, they would turn them on again. I used to save my quarters to get 1 can of Coke. And obviously you can tell I came from a family where my mother was very into not sugar, processed sugar, so it was like me and Coke, buds. I would hide it in my backpack and go home and watch One Piece. I would sip and go, ah. Anyway, that's my own lore. God. They really tried to stop us by turning off those machines, but they couldn't. And by us, I mean me, I guess, because every other kid could buy soda. Anyway. Okay, so this one's interesting. Okay, this is from Anonymous. Hey, Anonymous. How did Kagepro shape your perspective on growing up? I think that's a really thoughtful and interesting question, and I hope I can answer it thoughtfully and interestingly. Okay, well, now as a grown person, I can say, I hate to say that I'm grown now, but yeah, it's interesting because like I was so deep in it when I was probably my most mentally ill, I can say. I was struggling. I started a YouTube channel basically because I like quit choir and I quit like everything creative in my life because I was like, I don't know, I was crashing out. And basically I had to show my mom that I was doing something, but I also never showed her the channel. I don't know. There were a lot of things going on, and I think when Kagepro happened, it was really early on, and I was very depressed. I'm just gonna label myself. I have depression. What is it? Treatment resistant. And you know, the anxiety, general, et cetera, et cetera. All very treatment resistant, and I think I felt very alone. I was leaving. I basically had been in the same group class my whole life. Although I didn't go to an elevator school, it was like, because we were in the quote-unquote gifted and talented, fake-ass name, group, we were in the same class, and that was around the time where big crash out, and I was like begging to leave those classes because I couldn't keep up, and my friends could, and I didn't have any friends suddenly. And so that'll mess with you as a kid, not having friends and kind of quitting everything that you love. And yeah, I became kind of very attached to Vocaloid in that time, specifically Kagerou Project. And I think when I didn't know they were all connected at first. I saw Tome Answer probably somewhere around that same time, and I think that was the one that stuck with me the most for obvious reasons. We won't get into it. And I think, yeah, there was something about seeing that and then seeing kind of these progressive videos where I think it really was like Children Record and things like that, especially Summertime Memory. There was, whether or not this is canon or intentional, it did feel like, you know, the moral, one of the themes was like, you know, you can be this closed off, disconnected person, but by, you know, having friends, more connections, more relationships, like get out there, you know, be a part of the world. I think it was kind of, I don't know, it was funny. It drew me in with me relating to the hikikomori, and then it ended with, you know, this feeling of like, well, he's broken that, and he's found friends, and he's found maybe love, and like, you know, this wider world. And like, despite all of the crazy sci-fi things going on, I think that's a really real theme. And I don't know if I'm putting it in the right words, but like, I think that had an impact on me, you know, especially like I was graduating high school when I think technically, Summertime Record came out, and I remember crying. I remember crying. I was like, dang, this is the end of this. This is also me growing up, and I was very scared about, you know, going to college. And yeah, it was weird. It felt like, you know, like when you feel like the world is like giving you signs, but obviously it's not. It kind of felt like that, but it was like hopeful. And especially like a couple, I don't know how many years later, but Never Lost Word or She's So Word came out, and I think that was a real like, you know, ending chapter for me, like emotionally with Kagepro. Not that I'm like, oh, I've left it, but like, it was like, yeah, you know, I used to be kind of that weird, awkward kid, and now like I've grown up, and like, you know, maybe I'm more, maybe I'm a little more centered, a little more, you know, I found my way, you know. And yeah, I think Kagerou Project will always kind of be that part of my life where I was very lost. And funny enough, the community was kind of that, you know, for me was kind of like, God, this is gonna sound so cringe. It was kind of like the gang for me, where it was like, it pulled me out. It gave me a sense of like purpose and community. And dang, this is very emotional for me. Yeah, when Never Lost Word came out, I was like, dang, yeah, that got me. Gosh, why is this getting me? Oh, I'm 30. That's crazy. Oh man. Oh, okay, I'm good. Oh, okay, I'm good. But yeah, I think it helped shape who I am today. And that's not cringe. Hashtag not cringe. Anyway, thank you, Anonymous, for that question. That was a really good one. Okay, now we're gonna get a little funky. I'm gonna jump around here. Okay. Yes. Okay, Water Guardian Mason says, way back when you actually got me into the franchise with your cover of Kagerou Days. Thank you. Thanks for that. As for a question, do you participate in all mediums of the franchise? Anime, manga, etc.? If so, which is your favorite? So I have only dabbled in the light novel and manga. And for me, when the anime came out, I don't know why. I feel like there were things happening that I don't remember, because it doesn't sound like me to not finish it. But I do remember probably getting to the infamous episode with the 3D animation and being like, I can't keep looking. Like my eyes could not stay on the screen anymore. And I think it was too painful. I'll keep it at that. And now that I'm going back and watching it, I feel so different. Like, I totally... I think initially I was like, I had all these aspirations for like what the anime should be. I was like, I want it to be like a musical. I want it to also like be really like weird, because like Shaft does weird. And I think it like wasn't delivering to me everything that I wanted. And I was like, I can't look. And when I think my partner was like, well, we should watch the anime in preparation for you doing this stream, because like you should probably like know things. I was like, okay. And like he's a fan of Shaft, like a big Monogatari fan, and I was like, this is gonna hurt. And I don't know. I'm watching it. Obviously, this is the fixed up Blu-ray version. Looks great, I have to say. I really like what they do with the imagery. It really... God, I hate, because like now I'm like, why did I give up so early? I'm like, I really like, now looking back at it, I'm like, it really does feel like they tried to pay like homage to, you know, maybe not the most perfectly written series. I feel like Kagerou Project has a lot of stories within it, and it's hard to like pull it all together. And I think the characters are kind of the like on the forefront, while like the overarching plot is kind of a little bit secondary. And I think they did a good job so far. I mean, I'm halfway through watching it again, and it's really nice. I love the imagery that they're doing. I like they did Kisaragi attention obviously early on, and I think that was probably the best like intermingling of like the music with like the visuals. Other parts I was like, I really like these visuals, like headphone actor, I really like what's going on, though it feels like the music is still a little bit like takes a backseat. I'm like, I wish it was a little more like they didn't just like play the song. Like it just feels like, oh, there's like some music happening. But everything else I really like. I think they tried to keep it very mysterious. They tried to pull together like a lot of really high strangeness events, you know, without it becoming too confusing. Because I do know, like, we come from a place of like, oh, we know these songs, we know these characters, and we come in and we're like, oh, it's not confusing at all. It's a little confusing to outsiders. And like, yeah, I like what they tried to do with this. I feel like there was a lot of discourse in the community when it came out, rightly so, because as far as I know, Shaft will do these like big budget shows, and then they'll do some like not big budget shows, and it's just like, is the money there is really dependent on like how Shaft performs. But like, I don't know, they put the heart into it. I really liked what they have been going for. Obviously, I haven't finished it again, but yeah, it's really funny and I think Tater King, my partner, was like, let people know, let it be said, because he's watched probably as much anime as I have. We're in the hundreds. This had killer vibes. And we've been talking about this lately, where it's like, there are like games and media that like people will be like, oh, it's mid, or like, oh, whatever, you know, but like, you go back and you're like, okay, like it might not be like a perfect, you know, like an exemplary, you know, award-winning piece of media, but like the vibes, immaculate. Like you just want to keep enjoying this. And like, I would put that up there with like Final Fantasy X2. May not be exemplary, but the vibes, killing it. The girls are killing it. Anyway, that's my little podium. Just wanted to put my feelings out there. So if it's been a while and you dropped the series because it hurt, give it a try. I think, you know, people really were like, we're not with Shaft on this one, but I turned around. I'm a I'm a convert. Oh, yes, of course. Water Guardian, you're so good. The novels, okay, yeah. Absolutely. You know what? I do want to at least try and buy some of the novels and manga, because I'm like, I'm an adult. I have that money. And I'm like, yeah, I do want to read it. Also, Azu, thank you, of course. Oh my gosh, yeah, awesome. I'm so glad that there are other panelists. I think this is so cool. And it warms my heart that like we all made it. We're all still here, guys. Yeah, but thank you guys so much. I know I've just been rambling for like an hour. And I've got technically a million questions. So I'm gonna try to do some fast. Okay. Unholy asked, do you have any favorite pairings? My favorite pairings, easily. I would say probably the main pairing. I mean, it Iono and Shintaro. But after that, Takane and Haruka. Very good. Elite pairing. Okay. Hardest song from Noodle. Hardest song, Lost Time Memory, baby. I redid that song twice and I still feel like I didn't do a good job. So we'll see if there's a third try in me. Maybe we'll actually like change the key. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Okay. Anonymous asked, why did you change the Shonen Brave to a personal story? And would you do anything differently nowadays? So Shonen Brave came out. I was like, I can't use the MV because that is like something special, and like it didn't feel right like disseminating it because it was like going to be on a Blu-ray and it was like special. So I think I had never done an animation video before. I was approached by I think I don't remember if it was the animator first or not, but basically I got this group together, and for me, I had thought this was going to be the last song I was ever gonna do for Kagerou Project. So I was like, I think we agreed that we should probably make it like more of a personal thing. And for me, I was also going through a rough time. I had just lost my family dog, which was particularly painful for me. And basically, it just all came together that way. And yeah, that was kind of behind it. I think it was also interesting because it was around the time when people in the Utaite space were starting to do more personalized videos. And I think that was kind of the trend, but yeah, I stand by that. Okay, and then ignore me. I make noises when I read. Yes. Okay. This is the question I don't even know the answer to. So Lord Aveni asked, when do you think the anime remake rumored a long time ago will come out? Now that I just saw that video on all the copyright issues, I have no clue. The company seemingly that had the rights ultimately closed down, but the rights are still not given back to Jin, so it's like I have no clue. But we're gonna stay together because it feels like the community is the one that is pushing for like the anime and for new projects, and I think as long as we're all together, I think they can't stop us. They're gonna make that shit. Also, Ota, thank you. Oh my gosh. Buy DazeCon merch fund. I am absolutely buying that merch with this money. Thank you, Ota. I really want that sticker sheet, the summer sticker sheet. It's really cute. I don't know what I would put stickers on, but I just collect stickers. Sorry. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What is your favorite piece of imagery symbolism in the series? From Do Drop In. I think that is a great question. I had never heard of Ouroboros in my life. And if y'all don't know, it's the snake that's eating its tail. And I think I didn't even see that was part of the imagery until I think I got the CD and I opened it and I was like, whoa, what's that? I would say that is probably the coolest integration of like both the looping theme and also the Medusa witch. Like, I thought that was so cool. I think even now, anytime I hear the term Ouroboros, I'm like, oh yeah, like from the Kagepro series, I was like, yeah, you know, Ouroboros, yeah, of course. It's really cool. So that's my favorite. Most vivid memory of the Kagepro fandom from Anonymous. God, there's so many. there are moments. Well, obviously the most vivid in my mind. Well, okay, we'll go with a good one. I remember, I believe it was Christmas, when Shonen Brave, the video, the PV, was in, it was on the big screen in the center of Tokyo, I believe. I forget what that's called, the crossing. And I remember people were losing their minds. Like, it was so cool. We were like, we made it, guys. We made it! They're like, they can't ignore us now. And that was crazy. I remember it was literally Christmas morning and like everyone was on Tumblr going like, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? Second most iconic moment was indeed when Outer Science came out, and the amount of art of some headless things. Trauma immediately. I think that was kind of the absolute peak, was when Outer Science came out. The frenzy. I think it was trending on Tumblr, which was like crazy for us. It was amazing. There were a bunch of jokes, bunch of memes. And I remember I couldn't get the instrumental for like a long time. And so I was like, I had to force a karaoke. And it was bad. And I think that one's still up. So thanks for following, despite all that. I was desperate. I was so desperate, man. I went into like Adobe Audition. I was like, how do I extract the center channel? I was like, it was a mess. So yeah, I would absolutely redo Outer Science and do it in like the right key. Which I'm like, now like when I look back at like these songs, I was like, why did I just never change the key? Was that like, what? Was I like just stubborn? Probably. Did I not know how? I think I did. I think I knew how to change keys. But like, it was so high. Like, why did I think I remember asking my dad, because like my family sings, and like my dad very much more traditionally trained, and I was like, how do I was like sneaky at the dinner table, how does one mayhaps hit a high note if it's coming real fast? And my father was like, oh, well, yes, of course, you must prepare. And when you're about to go into that note, you need to make sure that your mouth is open and actually have your mouth prepared for that next note on the note previous to it. And I was like, absolutely. Of course, father. Again, high school. What was I doing? I never told my parents I had a YouTube channel until it was way late. They didn't know what I was doing. I was a wild kid. I didn't go out. I didn't do drugs. I was just sitting at home, obsessing over Vocaloid. It was normal. It was normal, guys. I was such a normal kid, okay? So normal. Father, I require information. Thing is, I was supposed to, like, I was still going to voice lessons because that was the one thing my parents, like, insisted on. Like, I was able to quit choir. I was able to quit musical theater. Voice lessons, they were like out of the picture, out of the question. And I remember like just I would think in the back of my head how I was like, this is never gonna be useful information to me. To moi. Jokes on me, I guess, actually. Jokes on me. Thank you, Miss Peterson. You're the GOAT. Look, I was yelling about my Japanese thing again, but the joke is actually on my father as well because so everyone in my family was really into anime. There were like 4 kids. I was the youngest, and my brother my dad would always walk in at like the worst times and be like, ugh, gross. And one day we were watching Gintama. And my dad has never looked back since. He has now watched more anime than me. It is shocking. When I go and I visit, he's like, oh, what are you watching this season? And I'm like, Dad, I just don't have time. I'm watching like maybe 2 shows. And he's like, oh, well, you see. I'm like, okay, what are you watching, Dad? Oh my gosh. No, let me buy it. Oda, no. Oda, thank you. And also, you know, thank you so much. But yes, I am buying it. I am my purchase power. Please allow me. I'm like, take my money, please. And also, oh my God, I totally forgot. You know what? With 15 minutes left, this is a great time to announce it. Right. So I said I had an announcement. I said it. And I remembered in the last 15 minutes, not me just rambling. So yeah, weirdly enough, like multiple things came together this year where like Kagepro came back into my life, and I was like, I gotta do it. So I'm gonna do it. It's already in production. But we're doing it. I'm gonna do Remind Blue. And I'm really excited. I'm super excited actually, because I love this song like so much. And I swear it'll be out this year. I'm gonna do my best to put out something that like looks good, and also like, I don't know, I have a budget for once in my life. So I'm gonna try to make a video. And we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, I'm really excited because I feel like this was an easy one to commit to. I know it's off of the newer album. And like it's crazy. I listened to the album. I've been listening to it for like years now, but like, I don't know why in my brain I was like, oh, I can't do that. You know? So I'm giving myself permission. We're gonna do it. Technically we've done Additional Memory in Shiso World, so technically I've done songs from that album. Okay. But yes, we're gonna do it. And I swear to y'all, I'm saluting the camera right now. I swear it'll be good. It'll be good. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited because yeah, I've been on a binge lately, and I'm like, I have all these thoughts. I'm like, I could do this, I could do that, you know, but like, I don't want to promise anything. So this is what I'm gonna promise now is Remind Blue. This is the one, it is absolute promise. But yay, I'm glad y'all could be here for this. I'm like, this is the first time I've ever like announced something that like people care about. Like, that's crazy. That's wild. I feel so real right now. Salute. Thank you, chat. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I already have the instrumental complete. Azuki was so kind and was able to help me on this, and I can say sounds amazing. Like, I know that it's so hard to like get that guitar sound, like, because I'm like, in my brain I'm like, okay, the guitar sound is everything. And like, I don't even know how to put that into words, but like, they nailed it, and I'm excited. So I hope I can contribute to the community, and that makes me happy. So I'll try to bring y'all something nice after all these years. And I'm gonna finish the anime. I'm excited now. It's funny because like we've been watching a couple episodes every night. It's not streaming anywhere, which I'm so mad about. I'm so mad. Like, how is this? How could this be any less accessible as like a fandom? Come on. Like, I know technically in the merger, like Funimation dropped it from streaming, and like technically it's like on Amazon Prime, but like not in my area, and like so thank you. Shout out to the person who has a Google Drive folder. I love you. I'm gonna buy the DVDs. I'm gonna have them. But for now. Oh, absolutely no, Daniel. Well, thank you. I'm so glad that we got to do this. This is easily the highlight of my week. Otherwise, I'm just sitting at a cafe listening to video essays. No, I'm so honored, and you guys literally, as a community, you've brought so much joy and so much, God, this sounds so cringe. You've brought so much purpose to my life, and like it's crazy. And anytime I meet like a Kagepro fan, it is just like the delight of my life. Cause like, not only like, I feel like the conversation will start out where they're like, oh my gosh, you're JubyPhonic, but then like we just like disintegrate into like, oh my God, remember when this happened? And that makes me feel really, really good. Cause like, I don't know, being a part of a community, like especially this cool of a community, like it feels good, and it feels, yeah, it feels right. And y'all are just super cool, and I love y'all. But yeah, I'm super excited for the future. I do hope Jin gets his kids back. I'm like, God, I'll write to my senator. I don't know. Like, one of these days. But other than that, I will continue to support all of his music on Spotify as I continue to do. And yeah, I have so many words. I have so many words in me. But yes, thank you guys so much for coming, and be sure to enjoy the rest of the convention. I know that there are a lot of really interesting panels. I know there's one about how Kagepro should be a musical, and I agree. As a musical lover, and yeah, y'all should go support the artists and the merch. I believe the Discord and the schedule are in the links below. And big shout out to everyone who put this on. I think it's so cool of you guys to do this. Yeah. Yay! We did it! Happy haze days. Happy hazy days. Thank you for making an old woman happy. Yes, we will get his kids back! We will get custody. Oh my God, justice. But yes, yeah, I think that's it from me, guys. Enjoy the rest of the con. Enjoy your weekend, and be aware of any oncoming trucks. You're not gonna get isekai'd. You're gonna get killed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, it's been real, guys. I hope you have a good